On 14 March 2026, 22-year-old Birinder Singh, who had moved to Canada for higher studies, was shot dead in Alberta in what is suspected to be a hate crime. Cases like these can understandably shake the convictions of those who want to travel to foreign countries for education or livelihood. It is important to turn to data and hard facts to get a clear picture of the reality. Now, you may think that it is too much work to follow the news so closely that you can comb out individual instances of racist attacks against Indians in the many countries of the world. And you'd be right. But also, you needn't bother because we at Factly have done the work for you and compiled 11 years worth data on this subject into a single dataset. Unlike with the Census or the National Crime Records Bureau, there's no specific government survey or report that publishes data related to racial attacks against Indians in foreign countries. This information is compiled and published by the Ministry of External Affairs, mostly through replies to questions in the Parliament of India. Before we dive into the highlights, let me tell you where you can find this data in an immensely usable format. Our team at Dataful converts raw public data from official sources and collates and cleans it so that those who need it can save hours on the process and arrive directly at the heart of what the numbers are really saying. A quick word of caution before we get into the data. This video does not intend to nitpick certain countries and say that moving to or visiting them is unsafe. We acknowledge that countries like Canada, the USA and Germany have been and remain top choices for Indian students and white-collar workers. With that out of the way, let's now turn to what the numbers say about assaults motivated by ethnicity on Indians in foreign countries. A total of 90 cases of racial attacks on Indians abroad were reported between 2014 and 2025. The data shows a clear upward trend beginning in 2019 when only 2 cases were reported. This number increased steadily over the years, reaching a peak of 22 cases in 2024, indicating a notable rise in reported incidents during this period. Within this 11-year period, most cases were reported from Canada at 40, followed by the USA at 15 and Germany at 14. The rise in cases in Germany is recent, with 11 of its 14 cases reported in 2024 and the remaining 3 in 2025. On the other hand, Canada has consistently reported incidents since 2019 with at least 2 cases each year, while Poland has recorded at least 1 case annually since 2021. According to the External Affairs Ministry's response to a recent parliamentary question on grievances regarding racial discrimination, exploitation and wage denial, complaints filed by Indian students abroad crossed 350 in 2025, heavily driven by a threefold increase in cases originating from Russia, particularly Moscow, since 2023. In 2025, Russia alone accounted for 201 cases. When it comes to workers, most complaints were filed in West Asian countries like Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar and the UAE. Other countries with a rising number of complaints include Malaysia, Cambodia and Laos. That brings us to the end of the highlights, but there is more data available on the subject. Did we miss any country that you had in mind in this video? Get the information you need by downloading the dataset on racial attacks against Indians from dataful.in and follow us for more such insights. Subscribe to our Dataful plan today and get access to our vast collection of cleaned, ready-to-use datasets across sectors.